Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are you doing today? I know some of you are on the bed already, especially our people in Africa. It is 5:33 a.m. Western Australian time here, Saturday. And I know some of you are just getting home, or maybe you're just on your bed to lay your head and say good night to your loved ones. But I'll be very grateful if some of us who are online with me we could share this video. That would be that would be cool. And that's what we blue soldiers, blue fans. That's what we do. We support ourselves. So uh just before we start the program, I want to say my name remains the same. I'm Benga for Lion. Don't forget, blue is the color. Chess is the name, football is the game, and winning is our aim. Don't forget to keep dropping your comments if you cannot join me live. And if you can join me live, if you can join me on my Facebook Live show, I have put a link. I have put the link that you will click and follow. Then when you click it and you follow it to the details, you'll be able to come on my live show. People are watching me in different platforms. In particular, at least I know that they are watching me on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Benga Afolayan, just my name. I want to greet Ojo Jacob. Ojo Jacob, good evening. I want to greet Joshua Isaac. I want to I want to greet Salima. I recognize Salima, who is following me from Malawi. Oh, that's beautiful. From Malawi. What is the time in Malawi now? What is the time in Malawi? Um, I want to I want to also recognize Philip, Philip Imowo. Um, I want to also recognize Canan Wilson, Canal Wilson, Canal Wilson, Amadi Kenechuku, Amadi Kenechuku. Oh, big booster for all you guys. Please let's keep sharing the live broadcast. As you are joining, let's keep on. Okay, 11:35 p.m. in Malawi. Salima said it is 11:35 p.m. in Malawi. So good to know. Sadiq Damilare, as I'm mentioning your name, let's keep sharing the video. Let's keep sharing the live broadcast. We Philip Imowo, oh, you are doing wonderful job. Let me screen Imowo Philip comment. You are doing a wonderful job. Well done. Don't forget. Thank you. Don't forget. Blue is the color. Chess is the name, and football is the game, and winning is our aim. Uh, Emmanuel Liria. Good morning from Kenya. So that means Kenya has entered Saturday. Sodiq Kayode Bashir. Ẹ káalẹ́ o, báwo ni o? Ẹ káalẹ́ my brother. Sodiq Kayode Bashir. Azul K. Clement, watching from Ghana. Thank you. As you are watching me, please let's keep sharing the live broadcast. I will really appreciate if you could share. Keep sharing it. Keep sharing it. Oh, Sadiq Kayode Bashir said, I hope Gallagher is stained blue is the color. Oh, my sister, Oba Ama Samoa. That's our queen. Is our Chelsea queen in Lawton. She's based in the UK, but she's an African. She's the pride of Ghana in the UK, representing us, Africa, representing Chelsea. Please, is one of our Chelsea queen. Please follow her. Please follow her. Please follow her. Imawo Philip, I've been following you for so long now. Thank you. Bullion Van, I'm new here. Oh, you're welcome, Bullion Van. TB Johnson, Adeyemo Devil sir. No player is bigger than the club. I'm new here. Hope oh, you are welcome. You are welcome. Sheikh Junior Kure. All Blues, we love you, sir. Now, let's dive into this discussion. Let's dive in. It is about Kono Kalaga. It is about Kono Kalaga. Um, when you look at it now, in fact, for Fabrizio Romano to say that, um, according to Fabrizio said that, and I'm going to read what Fabrizio said about Conor Gallagher. I want to read it because that's just the latest. I have it not quite long. Uh, okay, my brother is here. Samani is here. Samani is
Yes,
here.
sir.
Samani is here. Yeah, my
Good
brother, you are
evening.
welcome. Good evening. So Fabrizio Romano said Gallagher's case is getting tense between Della and Chelsea message. Chelsea have informed Kuno that he will be a squad player under Maresca's possession approach. The new contract proposal remains available, but just for 2 years plus 1 year option, and no agreement. Chelsea don't want another Rudiger case. It means player leaving on free transfer in 2025 losing him. Atletico Madrid have fixed a deadline for Kuno Kalaga to decide on their proposal by end of the weekend. Otherwise, the deal will be definitely collapsed. When you read something like this, you will know that there is problem on the Monte. When we read something like this, we know that there is problem on the Monte. Why I need to be fair in the way I'm going to talk about this Conor Kalaga situation, and thank God we also have a blue fan in the house here. His name is Samani. Is a regular. Is a regular. I will refer to him as one of the. Uh, Let me give you one adjective: outstanding blue soldier, outstanding blue soldiers,
Thank,
who has been
thank you
contributing
so
to the discussion. Oh, Mr. Wilson,
thank you.
ah, this is another outstanding blue soldiers who has always been, you know, uh, an analyst. I'll call him. I will call you guys analysts tonight. You know, so we have Wilson, the proper child here. If you don't know this guy is very sound. All our contributors, all blue soldiers, they are what? They are very sound. So today, I don't want to be talking alone, but let me just give the background so that you know. Kodon Kalaga has been with Chelsea since age 7. Conor Gallagher
That's
has
true.
been with Chelsea since age 7. And when you see him, when you follow his antecedent and you follow his story, his career, you will know that he has always been a loyal, a committed player for Chelsea. He loves Chelsea so much. So I feel Conor Gallagher was disappointed. I feel Conor Gallagher was disappointed with the kind of contract that Chelsea gave him. Of course, we got to know that he has rejected 3 offers. So, you know, Chelsea giving him offers, and Atletico Madrid now, and before I think Aston Villa also was
Yes,
interested, but
Tottenham.
uh, uh, Aston Villa,
Tottenham as
Tottenham.
well.
So but he has turned all this over. He has turned them down. So why he turned them down, we can actually guess, because I like the way he has handled the situation, because he has not come out like Lukaku, other players who normally
Yeah.
come out and talk rubbish. So, but he has what he has kept his head down, and he has not talked. But we can just assume that there is problem, there is more to his refusal of those contracts. Over to you, Mr. Samani. What can you say about Koro Kalaga situation at the moment?
I I feel Chelsea is not handling the situation very very well. You know, let me give you a scenario. In the
Okay.
time past, we have seen players, even Hazard, when Hazard wants to leave, when
Mm,
Coutinho wants to leave, and all of that, they refuse to come for training. You know, you were trying to push so that the club can allow them. So club say, hey, you have a contract, guys. Honor your contract and stay. They say no, we want to leave, and then they stop coming for training. The club was feeling bad at that moment. You understand? So I want you to revise the same scenario now. Instead of a coach, instead of a team now, begging a player to stay, the team is now forcing a player to leave. Can you imagine that? So I think that will paint a picture of Chelsea as a club that doesn't have regard for their player. Imagine Gallagher is an academic player for that matter. Should respect him. Why forcing him to leave? I don't want to leave. It's because of money. You're spoiling your relationship with the player because of money. It's not proper. If you give him a new contract, what are the terms? You say you brought a new contract again. What are the terms of the contract? Is there any improvement on it, or is the same term you bring to him? So I feel we should see things from Gallagher's side and then also see things from the club side as well. They want to make money, okay? Meanwhile, Gallagher want to stay, but maybe the contract, maybe he wants a certain amount of years. Give him. You say that he will be on bench. He will not be starting, and then you don't want to leave. Then allow him. You love the club. Allow him to stay. So I feel that the club is not handling the matter very very well. Now, imagine you as a player playing for Chelsea now, and then you see the club treating your fellow player the way Chelsea are treating him. It's not proper. How will I be feeling if I'm a player also in Chelsea right now? So if things turn out not in my own favor, this is how the club will treat me. So I feel it's not proper the way Chelsea are handling the whole situation. Let me allow that to talk. I still have other points to raise.
okay. All right. Oh, Mr.
Unfortunately,
Salami, thank you so much. Over to you, Mr. Wilson, the proper Chelsea.
good morning, sir,
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
and good evening to everyone.
Yeah. You are welcome,
Mm,
Mr. Demola. You are welcome, Mr. Ayuba. I've seen you. Over to you, Mr. Wilson. Sorry to cut you short.
no, no problem, no problem. For me, Gallagher, yes, I don't know how, I don't know the contract they offered him yet. I don't know whether there is improvement or no improvement, but I'm very, very sure that no club can give you a new contract with the same condition. I'm sure it must be a pay rise, 100%. Even though maybe it will not be that much, but 100% it will be. There must be pay rise before a club will now give you another contract. But I don't know whether he's now looking in the way of, okay, why are you giving me 2 years contract or three? Okay, 2 years plus option to another year,
Extend.
of which Gallagher is 24. Abi, if I'm not mistaken, 24 or 25. So
Yes.
he's still
He's a
he,
young player for that matter.
yes, 24. So he's still young, and he, okay. If you have Caicedo, who is on 6 or 7 years contract, Enzo Fernandez, who is on 8 years contract, Kopama 7 years contract, and all those guys, all of them, none of them, all of them are on 6 or 7 years contract, and now you are giving Gallagher 2 years contract plus option to another year. Yeah, yeah, I think Gallagher, maybe he felt that, okay, the club did not like him. The club is trying to pursue him away from the team. Maybe he feel that way, but we still have to look in Chelsea's side too, because we spend a lot. We buy players, we spend a lot, and we have players in that squad a lot, and we must sacrifice. We must let go of some players for us not to face maybe problem from the FIFA. That is for us not to breach the PFF rules, financial fair play. So since we are going to let some of them go, I'm not sure Chelsea are ready to let Caicedo go. I'm not sure Chelsea are ready to let Enzo Fernandez go. In fact, all those guys we just purchased, Chelsea are not ready to let them go. We must sacrifice from all those guys that spent at least minimum of 3 years or 4 years with us. So I think, okay, how much are you going to sell Kepa
Uh,
to balance your book? Maybe you will say sell Kepa, sell Lukaku, but it will not be enough. Those people need at least to get like 100 and something million pounds from the sale. That is why Gallagher will be among those guys that will be victim. So I don't want to blame Gallagher and I don't want to blame Chelsea because Chelsea too they are doing business and they are looking in the angle of it. We don't want whereby we will gather all of you guys and one day maybe we will be sanctioned just like what happened to Chelsea 2019 when Hazard left. We could not sign player because of that financial fair play. So for me, I think Todd Boehly is now looking okay. We don't want to be sanctioned by FIFA. We don't want to be sanctioned by English FA. So we have to let some of them go, and Gallagher is one of them. So I don't want to blame Gallagher, and I don't want to blame Chelsea as well. All of them, maybe if you look in Gallagher's way, he is right. If you look in Chelsea's angle, they are right too. That is it for me now.
Thank you, Mr.
okay,
Wilson.
please
Thank you for that.
let me contribute something to that. If you
Okay,
are
okay.
talking of selling player that are older, Gallagher played very, very well for Chelsea last I wanted to say semester, last season. Gallagher played very, very well. So I don't think the way they are treating him doesn't portray a club that values their own player. You understand? Gallagher played very, very well. If you're talking of players, if they're afraid of financial fair play, they should stop buying all those young players and focus on developing the ones they have now. So I think selling a player just because a good player because you want in and all of that, no. If you feel that you cannot suit into your own game plan, let him be on the bench. And if you don't want to leave, so selling a player because you want to avoid financial fair play, I don't think it doesn't sit well with me.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Samani, for that contribution. And I want to thank Mr. Wilson, the proper Charles. Over to you, Mr. Demola. What can you say about this situation?
Hmm.
It's becoming yam pepper scatter scatter. It's your time.
Exactly, exactly, doctor. Once again, good morning, doctor, and good evening
Yeah,
to everybody on the studio.
yeah, yeah,
And to our viewers, good evening to everyone.
yeah.
Well, this Galaga issue, like since the back and forth has started, even since January that they were talking about is likely going to be sold in that January. I've been having mixed feelings towards it because one thing I like about Galaga is his dedication and the love that I have
Hmm,
for chess. Like whenever I see him play, whenever I see him play for Chelsea, I see him playing that he knows what it takes to play for Chelsea. Like the passion that we need to play for Chelsea, he used to display it. If before Mount was sold, it was Mount I rated amongst those academic player that graduated to first team. I so much love Mount that time to the extent that they used to call me father of Mount in my local area. The way I carry him for it. Because like it used to give me joy that means our academy they are doing well, that we are grooming our academy player when they break into first team, the way they play, it gives me passion like the love that oh my god. But now seeing players, especially those that have shown their what they can offer. Somebody like Gallagher,
Mm.
it's not as if we have given him chances and he failed. No, he capitalized on the chances he had and he played well. Last year, he surpassed my expectation. I can't lie to you. He surpassed my expectation. I was not expecting Gallagher to take up that leadership role when we have the likes of James and Chiwe when they are not available. That availability alone, it means a lot. It is only Gallagher that shows the consistency of the rate of skipper that we have been having since the days of John Terry. We've never had, after John Terry that we had as a suppletor, they were stable, consistent, available. Just imagine our first and second captain, they were not available much of last season. James, Chiwe, they were not available. And that availability alone, it means a lot. We are talking about we need players that have experience, we have experience, and we are selling our experienced player, especially homegrown player. It's not bad, it's very bad of Chelsea, to be sincere. It pains me. Although there have been rumors that with the type of game that this coach is playing, that he might not fit in into his pattern, of which me I doubt it. I doubt it because I've not seen any pattern that the coach is playing that I don't see that Gallagher cannot fit in. For now, with the way we set up our team, because with the way we set up our team, there are still players that need to press, that can press attack. The way we are attacking we are doing pressing work. And if there's any other player that can do that pressing in that Chelsea squad, I don't think there's any other player that can do better in pressing than Gallagher as at now, as at what I've watched in our 3 preseason match. Because the person that they are using to do that pressing, they are using Nkuku to do that pressing at times, and they are using which other guy, this other guy, uh, and they are using Kani Chukwemeka in the first 2 match. They use that to do the
Yeah,
press, and
yeah,
we can see that
yeah.
they don't even have the energy. That they don't have the energy required to do that counter press. Now, back to the balancing of book FFP rules. I know this kind of a thing we have. Me, I cannot lie. I anticipated this thing when we are signing all those unproven player, signing this, signing that, signing this, signing that. I know we will get a breed that some people will be making as a sacrificial lamb, but I'm not expecting my darling Gallagher to be among those that will be a sacrificial lamb. No, I'm not
Thank,
expecting.
thank you, Mr. Adeyemi. Honestly, I love the
You're most
way
welcome.
our blue soldiers on the panel. I love the way you are uh, taking the situation. You are pouring out your mind. You are also reeling out your perspective from different angles. If I could hear you right, Mr. Demola is trying to stay in the middle. Kalaga's commitment is a real factor to reckon with. It should not be a sacrificial lamb, just like Mr. Demola has said. Mr. Wilson also has put another angle to it. Mr. Samani as well. So this is now the time for Mr. Wilson, the proper chaos, to say his own perspective about this Kono Kalaga situation. You are welcome, Mr. Amadi Kenechuku. Over to you, Mr. Ayuba. Mr. Ayuba. I think Mr. Ayuba is off there.
It's off,
Okay.
it's off.
All
It's
right.
gone.
Over to you, Mr. Amadi Kenechuku. What is your perspective about Kono Kalaga current situation now? Hello, Mr. Amadi. Are you hearing me? Mr. Amadi, are you hearing me?
I'm not
I
sure.
think
I'm not sure he's hearing
it's
you.
not hearing me.
He's not hearing you.
Mr. Amadi Kenechuku. Mr. Amadi Kenechuku is not hearing. Okay, he's beaming to smile. That means hearing me. Okay, he's not hearing me. I don't think so.
I
He's
don't
not
think
hearing
so.
you.
Uh-huh. So, Mr. Amadi, hello. All right. Mr. Amadi
And then
Kenechuku,
maybe
can you
I
unmute
think
yourself? Can you unmute yourself? He's not hearing. So,
I
well,
think
I have called and called and
while
called
is he
you.
trying to fix that, I want to say something
Okay, over to you, Mr.
about
Samani.
Gallagher. Yes. So I feel Gallagher is not is I've not seen him. Have he gone for any injury in the last 3 years? Please can help
I
me.
don't think so.
So
No, I don't.
he's not injury prone.
I
No,
I
no, no,
don't
no,
So
think
no.
so.
he's always fit.
No, he's not. He's not.
He's always fit. So yeah, that's one of the point I want to raise. Gallagher
All
is
right.
always fit and is always ready and
Uh,
available. So
just let me. I want to also come up with another new dimension for Kono Kalaga. Another angle that we have not even dived into is the leadership attribute
Mm.
that Conor Gallagher has. Immediately, Rhys James had injury last season, and Bill Chilwell also got injured. We needed we needed a personality that will captain the squad. Enzo's name was mentioned, but Pochettino said no, that he wanted someone who could speak English very well, who could communicate with the referee. And when Pochettino looked around, the only person that could fit in into that leadership role was Gallagher. And if we want if we want to say the truth, if we want to be truthful, immediately Gallagher came in. Immediately Gallagher stepped in into that leadership role. Honestly, we could see him how he was controlling these guys.
Absolutely.
We could see how he was controlling the field and the players. And when you see this guy, that's one. So he has outstanding leadership quality. He has outstanding leadership attribute. And they listen to him. For example, let me give you one example. When Madueke and then my boy, Nicola Jackson, they were fighting on
Anytime you want to call Jazz, I always like you to put my boy. You need to. Oh my
you know,
god.
you know,
Oh my god.
Amadi Kenechukwu, are you hearing me now? Amadi Kenechukwu, you've got
Just
to
leave Amadi. If like say Amadi just want to be watching. Maybe you don't want
okay,
to talk. I don't know. Maybe it's not hearing.
okay. So when we had that issue,
His speaker is muted. That is the problem.
yes, in fact, it's a Yoruba boy, Shegun. It's not Amadi Kenechukwu. You put Shegun there. You put Shegun.
This is Shegun now. I don't know.
Oh
We
no,
are seeing Amadi here now. We
Amadi
are seeing
Kenechukwu.
Amadi.
That was what we are seeing.
Where did you get Amadi Kenechukwu?
It was shown.
Serious,
You can
that's what
rewatch
we
it.
are
It was
seeing.
it was showing on the screen. It was showing on the
Can
He
you?
screen.
just
That is
changed.
Jesus.
He
I
just
have
changed to
not.
Shegun.
I
He
will
just
check.
changed to Shegun.
Doctor, good afternoon from here, sir.
Oh, good afternoon. That's
Yes.
good. Which country is that? Afternoon. I
Yeah,
didn't even
I'm in North Carolina.
Oh, I see. Yes, it's like I don't know because my friend in California is 12 hours. So when we are in 6 a.m. here, they are in 6 p.m. there.
Yeah, the timing is different. Even in America, it's always different. Good.
Oh, yeah. So
Ah,
I've been
doctor,
calling you Amadi.
because I don't know that
Okay.
name. I will check. I think there is a problem
okay.
while I was trying to log in.
No,
Maybe
no. It's
Yeah,
a
Uh,
comment.
because
yeah.
It's a
yeah,
comment.
I am supposed to go somewhere, but I said I will have to be present in this show of my doctor. Doctor,
Wow,
I,
wow.
I've
Thank
been
you.
That's
your
good.
I've been your
Thank
fan
you.
for long. I also play music
Yeah.
and I love
Yeah,
uh,
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, yeah.
composition of yours. For
Oh, thank you.
God bless you, my doctor. God bless you.
Amen. Amen. Do you want to say something? I will come back to what I was saying before. Do you want to say something on this Kono Kalaga situation before you go?
Yeah, no. I'm with you, and I want to say something too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
That's the plan.
I want to actually like some of my Chelsea colleagues, they always see me as a controversial person. If everybody is going to the west, if everybody
You
is
go
going
to
to
the
the
back.
west, I go
Don't
to the
go.
east.
Naso, Naso,
Bro, go to the
Naso is
north today.
Naso is supposed to be.
So I want to actually say something a bit different, and I want us to listen to my narrative.
It's
I,
okay.
No
It's
problem.
okay.
I actually don't have any favorite in Chelsea, and if I would say I have favorite, I would say it's Jackson because that is an African boy representing African that I am. And I started supporting Chelsea because of their love for Africa. Chelsea is an African club that has been having so many Africans. As you can see, many of them are still in the club now. So let me just go straight to the point. Yeah, we need to accept change when change comes. And
Yes.
as a coach, you know, when you are starting a job, there are some analytical assessments that have been done for the coach. I want to give you a flashback, sir. When Pep Guardiola took over in Barcelona in 2008, 2009, I think 2009 and 10, mistaken. So the first thing he did was that he removed Ronaldinho, Deco, and he wanted to remove Eto, Belletti, and Van Bronckhorst. Like I think we have 5 players of them like that. Those players are they are first team players, but he needed to remove them in order to cause the evolution of Iniesta, Messi, and Yaya Toure. He brought Yaya Toure.
Xavi.
And what I'm just trying to say is that there are some harsh decisions that were made that time just for him to have evolution of a new team. So this time around, I see that the team is going in a very different dimension. They have
Yeah.
already brought some players. They have invested some players. You know, we have too many central midfielders. We have
Yeah,
Caicedo. We have Caicedo who was being invested for about 115 million pounds. We have
Yes.
Enzo who we unnecessarily bought for about 100 and something pounds too. So we have Lavia. So we have an accumulated of about 200 and something in that midfield. You know, this thing is also about business. And at
true.
the
Yeah.
Yes.
same time, they want to balance the sheet. You
The
know,
book.
unlike during the Abramovich time, we spend money lavishly. There is no financial fair play being implemented that time. They didn't really implement it. But now, everybody is being very, very guided and careful to avoid a possible penalty of a point deduction if the financial fair play is not being well addressed. So the team is trying to do some things narratively. Like it's not like the Gallagher is a good guy. Gallagher doesn't have any problem. He's committed. Let's forget about the commitment. If it is commitment, you know, academic. I know people. Chelsea fans keep saying we need to keep our academic graduate. Academy is like a school. The fact that I graduated from Uni Ilorin does not mean that I will be working in Emir's Palace. So the fact that Gallagher graduated from our academy does not mean that we must keep him. The fact that Gallagher
100%.
loves Chelsea does not mean that we must keep him. We need to look at the standard too. And before I go, because I know some other people want to talk, if you look at this present coach, what he's trying to guide, sir, let me be very honest with you, doctor. There is only room for only one central midfielder because I have gone to see the proper assessment of this coach. What he's trying to do, he wants to use only one central midfielder and use an extra defender to come into the midfield to support the central midfielder. That is what he's talking about, inverted. He want to use no. So now he want to use 2-8, 1-8 at the left, 1-8 at the right. Now the 8 at the left is KDH, Debris Hall. So
Yeah.
the 8 at the right will either be Nkuku or Palmer. So when Nkuku is playing, he will be there. Then Palmer will play from the right wing. When Palmer is playing, it could be Madueke. That is what the coach is trying to see. You can now see that even Enzo has not gotten into that team because the only person that can do the assignment of the defensive midfielder properly now in that team is either Lavia or
Oh,
Caicedo.
Casedo.
So now we have Gallagher, who is being
Hmm?
surplus to the requirement. So that is the reason they want to get
Swim
rid of.
now.
And technically, I'm asking you, doctor, why do you think Gallagher is unable to start the three lions? That Kobe Mino was benching Gallagher in the national team. Do you think? Do you agree with me that Gallagher is committed, but Gallagher is in average level? It is not about running around. It's a positional play now. You see, the coach is shouting positional, positioner. We don't need to be running around unnecessarily. We want Chelsea to go back to a normal standard. If everything works well, past doctor, we are going to contend for the league. It could be second or third. I don't want to see Arsenal in that play. It gives me a headache every time. Whenever I see that Arsenal is saying they want to contend for league, why is Arsenal contending for league, for God's sake? It's because Chelsea and Man U, we have been fucking up for so many times. Arsenal now look at themselves as so important. We need to be very ready, sir. It is not about Gallagher. We need Chelsea. We need to be ready for this coming. We must not fuck up this season, sir. We must not. We must get everything right. So if Gallagher want to go answer, lastly, the fact that they said this afternoon that Gallagher will not be training with the first team, it is not the first time. It's not a new thing, sir. If you remember how we got rid of Maluda that time, they asked Maluda to go back to be training with the, when Maluda refused to go. Yeah, they said he should be training with the younger ones. I think it happened, almost technically happened to Ashiko too. And I think it happened to some other players. So Gallagher should just respect himself. The team is overwhelmed, is saturated with too many central midfielders, and we can't sell Enzo because, like I said, Enzo was unnecessarily added. So we can't sell them. Thank you, sir. Let another person talk, sir.
And before you go, thank God that I want to especially thank you for your contribution, and sorry for that wrong name that popped up, and we just called the name that was popped up anyway. We are sorry about that, and I'm sorry. And I love your contribution. Let me tell you, in a democratic setting, it is good to look at issues from different angles, and there are actually two sides to a coin. It's not one. It's not a side. So I cherish your truthfulness, and I cherish your perspectives. When you have multiple perspectives, it makes discussion to be robust. And honestly, you have reeled out the facts. In fact, you are taking us back to the memory lane. So for me, I have two perspectives, but I don't want to really be at the front of the discussion now. I started my own discussion earlier before you came up, but I will just wait because things are tense now. But I want to also take you up, Mr. Shagun. I want to take you up on that last statement when you were talking. You said we unnecessarily bought Enzo Fernandez, and I love it.
Doctor, can you allow me to just elaborate 1 minute? I won't spend more than 1 minute.
That was why.
Let me quickly say something, sir. I was actually in London when they bought, when Chelsea, when Todd Boehly took over. You know what happened is that Todd Boehly did something that is affecting us now, sir.
Okay.
When they bought Chelsea, they didn't appoint the technical director immediately. What they decided is just to carry money and be buying players around. And we have we bought some players that period that we didn't really assess them. Do we look at Modric? Modric mind is in Arsenal. He was already tweeting that I am going to play for Arsenal in January 2023. But Toy Boehly was like, let's go to Poland. Let's go and take it over. Anything that time, anything. If anybody say they want to play player, Boehly will just take it over. They will buy him. Anybody they see. Because we didn't really need, psychologically, the thing is affecting Modric. Because Modric needs a psychologist. He needs somebody to talk to him. That boy is not psychologically stable. And he's not being mentally all right. You can see Modric that so many times. People will even forget that Modric is in the feed until when camera show him. He doesn't involve himself at all. So Enzo was part of the same. Enzo was like, oh, there is a guy that just won World Cup. Oh, that guy he scored against Saudi Arabia. Oh, he dribble. Oh yeah, how much? 115. Let's go and buy him. Where is the money? So that is what they were doing that time. There is no technical director that pinpoint that this is the player we need. Don't keep spending. Wait a little bit before you start spending. Thank you, sir.
All right. I think you have sentiment with Enzo, and I cannot I cannot criticize you for that. Also, I have mixed feelings for Enzo because among our players, I see. I'm sorry to say this. I see Enzo as one of the lazy players among them. I see
Absolutely.
Enzo as one of the lazy players. And last season, there were enough evidences to show that he was so lazy. Don't let me say he's lazy because we don't know what he has in stock for us this season. But as of last season, I see him as a lazy player because immediately he loses the ball. Immediately he loses the ball. He loses the ball at a crucial area, and on many occasions they have grabbed that ball from him and even what try to score or even led to what the opponent what scoring. So for me,
Scoring.
I feel I agree with you, Mr. Shegun, that Enzo does not know. Enzo, we have two Enzo now. Our coach. Let me use our coach because both yes. Historically, Enzo is Italian. That's all this Argentina. When they removed the blacks, so they brought the Europeans and all of them from Spain. But I don't want to go to that historical lane. So our coach has not actually dished out a, a specific role for Enzo. I think they are still figuring it out. I agree that Lafia or maybe even the coach we what when Casedo that would be a problem. The problem I'm foreseeing now, the problem I'm foreseeing is the problem of what the 11 player, the squad, the 11-man team.
Selection.
Our coach we have that problem because we have many central midfielders. So should I what bring in Casedo and Romeo Lafia together? I don't I don't think I don't think that is advisable, but it's left to the coach whether he wants to use.
Doctor, sorry to cut you short, sir.
Yeah,
Out of all our central midfielder now, if we have to be very honest with ourselves, Caicedo is the best. Because
Absolutely. But
Caicedo can
I
play.
think Lavia is also good.
No, Lavia, you have
For
to
me, I
think
think Lavia
the fitness.
Lavia is
Lavia,
faster than Caicedo.
I get you, sir. I get you, Mr. Yeah, I get you, sir. Yeah, Caicedo can do the work of Lavia. Lavia cannot do the work of Caicedo. Caicedo can play 8 and he can play a defensive midfield. You understand? So Caicedo to me, if I have to put them, Caicedo and Enzo, I will drop Enzo to be on the bench. You have to be very serious with yourself.
don't mind me. Don't mind me. I want to play the song of my boy
The
Casedo.
Caicedo, right?
Don't worry, just keep. I just loaded it. I'm sorry. So
Okay.
just keep. Yeah.
So Caicedo, I watch Copa America. I watch what Caicedo did in Copa America. I watch almost all our players. And to be very honest with you, technically, Caicedo is better among all ourselves. You see, Lavia is also good. I'm not saying Lavia is not good. Lavia is younger than Caicedo. So Caicedo is very mature at this point. That if you are going to, the team we have presently, let's be honest, our team is the best in the country. Our team should be in first or second position. That's what I'm saying. That is my expectation. I don't want to keep saying we have to be in top six. I see the Sky Sport saying rubbish that Chelsea will struggle to be. I'm just looking at them. Look at our team from the back. It's too saturated. We wanted the best. We dropped Petrovic. We went for Jorgensen. Now look at it. This owner, they want the best for the team. They are doing everything. Look at from the back. Look at our boy. Cucurella is there. He went to Spain. He won. Look at the central defenders too. They are here too. Look at the right wing. Also is the best right back in the country. Tell me another right back that is better than Tosin. So we have these players. We don't just want to value them. We have very good players. And I just pray to God Almighty that Enzo Maresca get it right. I pray that he will not get it wrong, because if he gets it wrong, that will affect us. It will affect us. It will affect Chelsea, because this is the third season on a row that we have been struggling. This season, they have to put smile on our faces. We have faced a lot. Chelsea have faced a lot. So this season, it mustn't be an experimental season. We should just go to that season, and we should not overcrowd. That's why I don't. When the issue of racism with Enzo started, I pray to God that God don't let this thing destabilize our team. Don't let it disunite our team, because we need the team to be united to enter the season. We need
Yeah.
we need the unity, and thank
Yeah.
God they were able to control, because Enzo was actually very stupid what he did that time. That was a very costly joke. So let's just hope. So the issue of Gallagher, what I have to say is just that I see that Gallagher will be sold at the end of the day. He might be loaned or sold. I don't think they see him as a player that is needed in that team.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Shegun. Thank you for
Please let me
uh,
let
Mr.
me
Sam.
say
Okay,
something, sir.
go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, about Gallagher, I'm not against him. I'm not against the club selling him or keeping him. And what I'm against is the way they are treating the matter. It's not proper. It's not proper. Somebody have sacrificed a lot. It doesn't matter if they have done that to other players. Okay, somebody have sacrificed his energy. See, last season he was literally everywhere. Supporting the team, providing that leadership quality, and then all of a sudden you start treating him anyhow. I'm not against him being so or any of that, but please they should handle the matter with utmost respect. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Samani. Thank you. One thing I could see that we are rooting our narrative, our perspective through two angles. One side is saying that okay, we've got to respect our homegrown player who has sacrificed a lot,
Okay.
who has shown outstanding loyalty to the club and to his game. And another side is saying, oh, football is about business. Football is about business, and when there is change, we have to embrace change. So I think those are the two sides that I think I've mapped from our narratives. But I just want to say this before uh, we discuss further. In business, there is no what, there is no sentiment. I have to tell you, in business there is no sentiment, and is in business then there is no family relation. I have to tell you the truth. So if you see, and that's why I'm sorry to use this analogy. That's why I love the way uh, Igbo people normally do their business. They are very thorough. We Yoruba, we like to, hey, this is my family member. And that's why sometimes our businesses crash land. But Igbo, they are very, very focused. They treat business as a business. They treat family as who? As family. So football has what? Has gone through many phases. And now the phase that we are now is that football is a pure business. Football is a veritable tool for business now, and the essence, the reason why the ultimate goal for a businessman is to gain, is to get profit, and if he does not get profit, he or she must break even. He must not run at a loss, because if you run at a loss, imagine if Chelsea runs at a loss, what would be the remedy? they would declare Chelsea as a bankrupt what club. And when you go into bankruptcy, they would demote Chelsea. So all this 1.5 billion, all these 2 billion that Chelsea has spent over the 2 seasons now, how do you want Chelsea management to recoup that money? Don't forget the money they will pay for players, the salary. It's not easy. So that's why business is business. And that's why they have hired a new coach. And a new coach has come up with its own strategy. So coach decide who play. This is a bitter truth. Coach decides who play. Because he will be the one that will be blamed if anything goes wrong. If anything goes wrong before Chelsea management blames the player, they will blame the coach. And that's why you see the coach, they all repentantly select their own players. We have brought in another man, Enzo Maresca. And from the beginning, I could read his gesture that he may not be the coach. He may not be the coach that will really fancy Conor Gallagher, because Conor Gallagher has strength, but is not technically savvy. He's not so technically savvy. If you look at the style of Gallagher can run the field many times. He can grab the ball. He can also defend. But when we are talking about true passes, oftentimes he throws passes to the back. So, and this kind of tiki-taka football that we want to be playing now, possession football, you've got to be mentally stable. You've got to have what it takes to hold the ball and pass the ball. Conor Gallagher, I can bet you his style fits Atletico Madrid pattern. I never saw him going to Aston Villa. I never saw him going to Tottenham. He may not last in those two clubs. But I know his style will fit Atletico Madrid, because in Atletico Madrid they need strength to be able to play the kind of patterns they play. So if the coach is saying that Conor Gallagher is not part of his plan, let Conor Gallagher lead. No player is bigger than the club.
Thank you, doctor.
No player is bigger than the club. For the mere fact that he's one of the graduates of our young feeders team does not mean that they need to give him a special treatment or a special priority. No, let me tell you, there's no sentiment in business. That's why a number of Igbo people, they thrive in their businesses. You cannot match sentiment with business. If you match sentiment and family affinity with business, that business may collapse. So that's what I would say. For me, I cherish and I acknowledge what Conor Gallagher has done, but he also didn't actually approach the issue very well. Why will you turn down 3 offers? Why will you turn down 3 offers without any substantial reason, other than presumably maybe because of the longevity of the offer? Because he's 24. He's 24 now. So perhaps he was expecting Chelsea to give him 5-year contract. 5 to 7-year contract. Going by what he did last season, going by his performance. But let me tell you, They normally say this thing in English. He will does the piper dictate the tune. Or he will plays the piper dictate. Is that not? He will plays the
Yeah.
piper dictate the tune. Chelsea is your employer. Chelsea is a club, and they can do otherwise anytime to favor their what? Their running of the club. So they are saying that, oh, there is evolution already. There's revolution in Chelsea. So when there is a revolution, many people will go for it. Many players will go for it. And it's unfortunate Gallagher is among those people that will be sacrificed. So for me, I as a father, I will stay in the middle. Gallagher is important for us. Yes, Gallagher is important for us. At the same time, we've got another
It's
new
not a
coach.
big.
We've
Doctor,
got yeah,
sorry to cut you short. There is
yeah.
something you said at the beginning of this forum as regard the leadership. I want to make a reference to something. Gallagher is not an extrovert. He might understand English, but I have seen cases whereby Thiago Silva still came in to settle it. It was Thiago Silva that they supposed to put to give the captain last season. That is one of the mistake we did last season, because I remember very well that they didn't give captain to Silva, and at the end of the day, they ended up the first captain went to the hospital and went with this assistant captain. But the two of them just went to the hospital like that. That is James and Chiwe. So then Enzo, they couldn't allow Enzo to continue. Then it was Gallagher. Gallagher is not an extrovert. He doesn't talk. I've seen many cases that he's supposed to go to the referee and advocate for us. Yet he won't go. He will just keep quiet. You can remember during the issue of the alleged racism too. You know, he didn't apologize. He didn't talk to public. Gallagher is an introvert, and introvert people, they are very wicked. So they used to be very wicked. You will just see them not talking, and what you want to do. See what he's doing now to Chelsea. You know, he's giving them headache now. They give him contract. He said he doesn't want. They agree with Atletico. He doesn't want to go. Now, what do you want to do? He wants to go free transfer. He wants to go on free transfer. That is his plan. That is what he's thinking. And
You
you know,
say
he's not thinking it alone. It's not a unilateral decision. He has a manager, he has secretary, he has different people that are pushing him to do what he's doing at the moment. So the issue of the leadership, which I'm thinking, I'm sorry, I'm making a different diversion to the discussion. I
It's
believe
allowed.
that
It's allowed. It's allowed.
okay, sir. So the issue of leadership this season, I think James is our leader, who is the captain. So I don't know who is likely to be the assistant captain, but there is another. I know maybe this will be the topic of discussion next time, sir. The issue
Okay.
of our left back. I have seen and I have identified an headache for the coach in that regard. Chiwell, Cucurella, and the new boy. Do you know that because of Chiwell, we have lost two good left back, Matson and All, because we wanted to satisfy. And this Chiwell is a guy that after few matches, you will hear that Chiwell will
He,
not have any
he gone.
physical accident. He doesn't have
Injured.
physical accident. You will just see that without contact, Chiwell is injured. He will just
Mm.
walk out. And what we hear next is for several weeks. So we can't, sir, doctor, we can't keep all these guys. These are the reason Arsenal is second. They are in Champions League when we are in conference. Are we supposed to be in conference?
no,
When Arsenal,
you're making
They are singing Champions League anthem in Emirates Stadium, in Stamford Bridge. I don't even think that anthem conference have any anthem. Maybe it's Said Yosufa can conference. I don't know. We don't. We are now in conference. Are we supposed to be in conference? There are some technical issue in that team that we need to solve it. Chiwe is one of the problem. We have some of them like that. Let's ship all these nonsense players out. Let's have physical players, the people that will play. When Arsenal release Smith Rowe today, Smith Rowe is their academic graduate. They didn't say, "Oh, don't let Smith Rowe go. Let's keep Smith Rowe." You know, before you can when Arteta got the job, you know, he shipped out some lazy players. When he was shipping them out, it was like, why is he allowing Aubameyang to go just like that? Why is he allowing Ramsey? Why is he has already identified laziness in them. We can't keep this lazy player and say we want to win the league. We need players that are ready and that are physically fit, not the one that will be going to the hospital at the end of the day, not the one that will not be complying to the nutritional advice. Because that is another point. Some of them are just, sometimes you just see them eating rubbish because there is Pochettino has already spoiled them. No compliance to the nutritional advice. Some of them will just be eating anyhow. And the first thing, do you know, sir, doctor, do you know the first thing Pochettino did last season when he came? If you can remember, he took them to do barbecue. They were eating suya. That is the first. That is the first thing Pochettino. He took them to do barbecue.
I remember. I remember.
That is the first thing he was doing. I saw that thing. I said we are in trouble. But I didn't say
remember.
We are all just we are just saying, oh, don't worry, things will be better. We must get it right now. I'm very desperate. Sir, do you see what I'm doing? What do you see? You see I'm watching ball. I'm a diehard fan. No. I'm a diehard fan. No. So we must get it right because I don't want to see anything. Imagine Aston Villa, all of them finishing above us. I don't want to see things like that this season. So if Gallagher want to go, my fellow Chelsea fan, don't be disturbed about Gallagher exit. If Gallagher is going, we can't love Gallagher more than Drogba. We have some great players that have left us before. We have Hazard. The day Hazard left us, I was almost crying. Hazard looked irreplaceable. Like, how can we replace this kind of player? So Chelsea has been Chelsea for long. Whether we have Gallagher or no Gallagher, Gallagher is a small thing. It's very, very small. Don't let Gallagher disunite us. Don't let it give us disorientation. Do you understand what I'm saying? If he's going, let him just go peacefully. So I don't see his importance in that. If Gallagher and Enzo can live at the same time, if possible, Enzo and Gallagher, we can find some buyer for the two of them.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr.
It
Shegun.
seems like you have something against Enzo.
Yeah.
Doctor, it seems like you have something against Enzo.
Doctor, let me hey, thank you, Bono. Let me clarify myself on Enzo. I love Enzo.
I've seen you, Mr. Wilson. Yeah.
The day we bought Enzo, it was a night vigil for me in London because we are waiting. It was the last day of the transfer, January 31st, 2023. January, it was the last thing because we are waiting. And Fabriano give us this news. Everybody was waiting. We were jubilating when we have Enzo. Because Enzo was the only World Cup winner. And we used that one in banter page. That do you have a World Cup winner in your team? We have one. So it's not that I hate Enzo, but Enzo is technically lazy. Enzo cannot shoot. You know, Enzo sometimes shoots, you will think he's doing pass. And we don't need all this kind of play. I don't hate Enzo. I love Chelsea. You understand? I love Chelsea. So I don't have any player in mind. I don't have any. It's my own Chelsea, my love, my Chelsea. The club that I love. I want it to grow and I want it to win. So if Enzo can fuck off, I don't care. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Over to you, Mr.
Wilson. For work, sir. Please, sir. I'll be signing out for work now. So
okay, no worries. It's okay. It's understandable. Thank you,
Wilson, Mr. Shegun. Nice try.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, Mr. Samani.
Good night.
You're welcome.
Good night, my brother. Good
time at work. Yeah.
All right. Good night.
Over to you, Mr. Wilson, the proper chair.
Let me start with Gallagher. You know me, I will not hide it. I'm not a fan of Gallagher, 100%. I don't hate him because it's not good to hate, but I'm not his fan at all. And for me, Gallagher, I think he's overrated. Yes, he managed, he tried last season, but it was not enough. Because if you are a midfielder, I think your work is to create. But Gallagher, he doesn't create chances at all. Just like you said before, he is kind of player that like to give at the back. He doesn't move forward. So for me, Gallagher, if you want to leave, okay, if you don't want to leave and you want to go for free, okay, fine. They will now banish you. You go back and train with the reserve team, with the academy team. When your time is up, you go for free and you choose any club you want to go where you want to go to. Because I remember this is how PSG battled with Kylian Mbappe. They banished him, but all of a sudden maybe they try to make things amicably, to solve things amicably, and eventually Mbappe gone for free. I'm very very sure PSG are not happy with that decision at all, but they don't have any option than to let him go because his contract is up. So for me, I think Chelsea are trying to avoid what happened to Rudiger. They don't want to lose that type of player for free anymore. They don't want to lose that type of player for free. Because if Gallagher did not sign another contract, definitely he is going to leave. Because I'm not sure Enzo, the way Enzo speak, he doesn't mention Gallagher in his formation at all. You will see he will be mentioning Lavia, Enzo Fernandez, Caicedo, and the other guys. He will never mention Gallagher. The same thing he's doing in that right back. You will hear him saying James can invert, Kokulela can invite, Gusto can invite. You will never hear him mentioning Ben Chilwell. That means indirectly he is telling you that Chilwell is not in his plan. The same thing as Gallagher. So even if we keep Gallagher, it will be waste of money. So for me, it's better for Gallagher and Chelsea to sort things out amicably. Let it end there. Gallagher, you have to go. Chiefs have to balance their book too, because if you are buying and you are not selling, it will be problem. Assuming we are not buying expensive players, no problem. But we are buying expensive players. You see, Arsenal, they will never have that financial fair play issue because Arsenal, their highest. Do you know that Arsenal highest sale in their history is 45 million pounds? Or Chamberlain to Liverpool, that is their highest sale. And because of that, they don't buy much apart from Declan Rice and Pepe that year. Arsenal never buy player above 50 million apart from Rice, Pepe, and Kai Havertz last season. So for me, if you want to, if Chelsea want to go forward, you have to sort things out with players. You don't keep player who is not happy in the team, and you don't keep player because player came from academy. We have many academy graduates. Some of them stay till legend. That is John Terry. Some of them they go. They shine in other clubs. Some unfortunately they didn't shine. Mason Mount last season he didn't work out. They let him go, and thank God we had somebody who we paid that 50 something million pounds, even though his contract was left with 2 years. So for me, Gallagher, I don't think it's necessary to keep Gallagher because he's hardworking guy, yes, no doubt, but we have like 4 or 5 midfielders now, which if Gallagher stay back, it will be problem for that coach too. Because Premier League, you must still play England boys. That is possible. Your lineup must contain at least 1 or 2 England boys. So if Gallagher is staying, definitely they will sacrifice somebody for him. And me, I don't want that because I don't see Gallagher better than Enzo Fernandez. I don't see Gallagher better than Caicedo. I don't see Gallagher. Maybe he might be bit better than Lavia, but that is because Lavia is still younger than him. But I don't see him better than the other two midfielders I mentioned. I don't even see him better than this new guy we bought from Leicester City. So in terms of leadership, I think I agree with my brother there. Gallagher, for me, Gallagher is not a good leadership. Yes, he led Chelsea last season because there was no option. Because Thiago Silva did not want to step into that captain because of how maybe initially they treated it bad. Because if you look at the history of Chelsea don't give captain because you are from England, because you are from this one or you are the best player. Has I never wear Chelsea armband, but he was one of our best players during his time. But he never wore that armband apart from maybe a match captain. Apart from that, he never wore it because Chelsea they don't even elect captain is automatic ticket. When John Taylor left, when somebody left, then John Taylor took over. When John Taylor left, no, there was no argument. It was Ivanovic. Unfortunately, he didn't stay long. Then Kahi took over. As Kahi left and Azpilicueta took over. So I was expecting since Azpilicueta took over and he left, Thiago Silva is unopposed. Yes, maybe James is there before him, but you have to look in the angle of leadership too. Just that Thiago Silva cannot speak English. And for me, even Enzo Fernandez is a good leadership to me compared to Gallagher. Just that even Rhys James, just that Enzo Fernandez and Enzo cannot speak English. That is the problem. So for me, in terms of leadership, Gallagher is not that good. Yes, he has to do it because there was nobody. There was nobody, and you are wearing an armband. And there was a rule that last season that is only captain that we approve referee. So you don't have to have another person approaching the referee when captain is on the pitch. That is why Gallagher has to step in because Thiago Silva cannot speak English, Enzo Fernandez cannot speak English, and James and Chiwi were always on the hospital bed. So it was Gallagher, nobody else. So for me, in terms of leadership, that is it for me. He is not a good leadership. Coming to that Enzo of the team, for me, I don't doubt Enzo Fernandez at all because
Okay.
last season I think the guy played with pains, according to him. And that is why he has to do that surgery towards end of the season so that he will be able to represent his nation, Argentina, in the Copa America. So for me, let's still give him this season. If you see that first season he came, that January when he came, you could see that how many chances Kai Havertz missed when Enzo gave him all those Di Maria, all those Fabregas pass. So for me, yes, he is not a good goal scorer, but I think he can create chances. He can create if you have a clinical number nine, a player like Victor Osimhen, a player like Haaland, a player like Hurricane, Enzo Fernandez can give you multiple assists. But if you have Jackson who can miss 100 chances, Kai Havertz who can miss 100 chances, you will see that Enzo Fernandez is a bad player. But if you have a number nine who can do all those dirty work, Enzo Fernandez will give you everything you want. I'm not saying he's better than the other guys, but he's not that bad.
All
Just that
right.
maybe the formation did not suit him. Let's see what Maresca will offer to Chelsea. And
Oh,
maybe from there we can criticize Enzo Fernandez.
all right. Thank you, Mr. Wilson. I love the way we are bringing in robustness in our discussions. And is let me tell you, we agree to disagree, and we disagree to agree. That's the fact of life. So I think the last part of the Mr. Wilson discussion is a kind of response to what Mr. Shegun said about Enzo. So now it's time for you, Mr. Demola. What is your take?
Uh, well, as regards Gallagher conundrum, I think I've heard my view the other time, and I still stand with my view, even though I've had contrary view from one or two speaker, even you, sir, that you have said your own view. But I will agree with you that you said we have the business part of the football, which is very obvious to everybody. We do business to make gains, to make profit. And if you see something that is kind of going to destabilize the business part of it, you just need to try and get rid of it. And I said it that it pains me that Gallagher will be sacrificial lamb, and I still stand with it. It will pain me that Gallagher will be a sacrificial lamb. Like, I don't like seeing players that are dedicated those games because all these our Lavio whatever. As much as I rated Romeo Lavia, I know injury record is not okay, it's not good. That's some of those things that me, I know it's not traceable to Gallagher. I know that because we've seen Romeo Lavia last season now. Throughout last season, he only played 30 minutes of football for Chelsea. And now I hope he has overcome that injury part. I hope he will be very much available. I know in terms of technicality, he has that technical ability than Gallagher. But as far as I'm concerned, all these things that we are talking about Gallagher now, it is because maybe we have a change of coach. If at all Pochettino is still around, I'm very sure Pochettino will not even entertain any discussion that Gallagher should be sold. I'm very sure about that. Maybe because of the pattern of the game that this new coach wants to play, he might not suit it. But in terms of what Gallagher over last season, he did not over anything poor. In terms of assist, it's only Palmer that has highest assist more than Gallagher last season. And in terms of goal contribution as well as a midfielder, I don't think we have much midfielder in the whole of Premiership that score more than Gallagher in terms of Premiership goals. When we rate those midfielder, like okay, let's bring all the midfielder in each team. How many of them that score goals more than Gallagher? How many midfielder? I don't think maybe there are more than one or two. Maybe only Bruno Fernandes, or maybe I don't think there are other midfielder that score. Even Declan Rice or four, he did not score more goals than Gallagher, and he did not have more assists than Gallagher. So what I'm trying to say is that Gallagher is not poor. Maybe because the coach that comes in, his sense of his style of play, Gallagher did not fit in. But we should also remember that going forward, the only three midfielder I recognize now, or let's say four, we have Romeo Lavia, we have Casado, we have Enzo, and this new Desbrio. Because all those Chukwuemeka, I don't count them as midfielder that we can rely on. That one is on and off. He has shown it. He want to follow the path of Love to check in Chelsea. That will play small, he will go to injury for the rest of the season. So, but and we know we are going to play some kind of competition, even though my brothers crucify Conference League. It is not our fault. It is Man City that betray us. I didn't be Man City won. I didn't be Man City won Man U in FA Cup. We will be playing our Europa League. At least we qualify for Europa in terms of our qualification. But Man City will pay for that thing in that our first match this season. I bet I can promise you, they will pay for that betrayal. They betray us that last season. They betray us. And they will pay for it. They will pay for it. So let's just see. I accept it. Let Gallagher be sold. And you should not allow me to hate him. You should not allow me to hate him. You should also respect Chelsea. We have invested in him. We nurture him. We polish him to become a player now that everybody can see. At least we help him to the stage that he breaking into England national team. At least we give kudos to us. If he's not playing for Chelsea, I don't think he can make it to that England team, at least to even go and represent them in tournament. So you should respect us also. He should leave and he will have my blessing anything he goes to. And I will just support you said something the last time when you are talking about the type of team that Sweet is kind of provide. You made mention of Atletico Madrid, and I agree with you absolutely. It matches the energy of the way Atletico Madrid used to play. They always like all those kind of players that have
What is his name? What is his name?
Champion lórúkọ ẹ.
Okay, champion. Sorry,
Yeah.
Mr. Demola Monkey. I'm greeting my son.
no problem, no
Thank you,
problem.
Dr. Gbenga.
Yeah.
So as I was saying that he matches them, and I hope he will just honorably go to Atletico Madrid. You should not allow them to banish him to reserve, because once you go and be training with reserve, people that even want to show interest, they will drop their interest too. Because don't let us forget, all those other teams, they are also watching your attitude, how you respond to situations. They are watching. And if you allow that to go and deprive you of other things that are supposed to sign you, you are killing yourself. It's not more Chelsea fault again. It's your fault.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ademola. I honestly, we cannot, I don't think that there is a platform of Chelsea that can have this kind of critical and robust discussion about ongoing situation about Conor Gallagher at the moment now. Because going by what we have been discussing, honestly, I wish some of these people that are closer to Chelsea management, if they were able to even grab this video, there is a lot to learn. There's a lot to take from this contribution, because these are robust contribution, critical. It's not, we are not supporting each other. Everybody is just coming up with his own perspective, with his own narrative, and I love it, because we disagree to agree, we agree to disagree, and that's the beauty of life. that okay, oh, we should not be a one-way traffic person. Our discussion must not be a one-way traffic discussion. And I love it the way we are just coming from different perspectives. One of those funny thing I want to bring in before I dive into what I actually wanted to say is that about the conference league that Mr. Shegun and I mean Mr. Demola talk about. You know, I have been fighting on Twitter since 2 weeks now, for over 2 weeks.
I
Conference
saw
league.
one of your comments. I saw one of your comments when you
They,
attacked us
those,
that let us
those, those
allow
people,
us. I saw one of your
they are
comments.
using us to advertise their league. Oh. They are using us to advertise
Honestly,
that league.
honestly,
They are using us
today,
to advertise.
today they have done another thing. Today they use the picture of the no, it's not picture, even the video of DHA, that DHA of our new boy.
Mm,
If you
yes,
go to Twitter now,
I saw it. I saw it.
so for us, it's a kind of ridicule for some of us.
Yes.
Imagine a team that is what known as a champion, as one of the champions in Europe, now condescending to conference league. So
Doctor,
it's
doctor, 1 minute, sir.
okay.
I don't know, maybe you have done a forum before that asked a question that why did we finish in number 6 last season?
No, we have not talked about that.
The only reason why we are in conference league is nobody but Pochettino. Pochettino
100%, 100%.
Pochettino experimented in me that I am
Too
not a coach.
much.
I am not a coach, sir. I watched some of our match live last season. At least I watched Chelsea Arsenal live in Stamford Bridge, and I know how people were shouting. This man stop using Gallagher, Enzo, and Caicedo, the 3 central midfielder. Who does that? It was towards the end of the season that Enzo got injured, that he was now using Gallagher and Caicedo. He pushed and Palmer to the middle. Then we use Madueke. This man was just experimenting different things. Sometimes he used Disasi as right back against Burnley. We play 2-2. So many points were dropped. So many points were unnecessarily dropped. Pochettino, there was even this Gallagher. There was a time he was using him as a left winger. He was using Gallagher as a left winger. Sometimes he will use Kowi as a left back. We have Martin. We have all the left back are available. He will just be experimenting. So cool. He didn't care. He was just doing everything, and we keep on dropping the point. There was a match we are winning 2-0. Is it Sheffield United? I went to Sheffield United by Dr. Benga. We were
Yeah,
winning 0, and we
yeah,
drew that match 2-2.
yes,
Against Burnley. Burnley got red card. We play 2-2. Who does
yeah,
that?
yeah,
Newcastle 4-0. Newcastle beat us 4-0. Arsenal. I almost baptized you that time when Arsenal beat 5-0.
No, that's not
5-0.
much. That's not much. It was because we are now under new regime. I can bet it. If it is under Abramovich, Pochettino will not reach out that day of us now before he will
Right,
be fired.
brother. Right.
He will not reach
Right.
out because I know Abramovich for that. If you want to lose to people that is not in London, not to a London team, 5-0. How?
5-0.
it was a ridiculous match,
That was
honestly.
catastrophic result. That was very ridiculous and very shameful of Pochettino. Some matches that we won, you will know that it was automatically won. It's not that I could remember there was a time players were telling him what to do. So for the conference league, the reason why we are in conference league is because, and me personally, I am not a fan of Enzo Maresca, but as a fan, when they brought him, we have to support him. We don't have to support him. I wanted different coach. I would have wanted Antonio Conte or Sam to come. but let's about for this man.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Shegun. Please, for those of you online with us in the comment section, please keep dropping your comments. You could see that I'm screening your comments.
Now you can find my
Also,
space.
don't forget
Sorry.
to also share the live broadcast, please. Let's keep sharing the live broadcast. I agree with what Mr. Shegun just said now. Pochettino single-handedly made us to lose our chances last season. In fact, there was a particular match where I saw uh, Pochettino using
That thing
Gallagher
was cool like that.
as a
When she
striker.
reached there, he no know.
As a striker.
You go reach
Yes,
him.
there was a match like that. That Pochettino was using Gallagher and Nicola Jackson as what? As strikers. I was so surprised that day. I was so surprised that day. So one of the annoying matches that we play last season uh, was this against Sheffield, and there was another one that I think Mr. Shegun talked about that match where they got a red card. I forgot. I've forgotten that match. We played. Was it
Against
Burnley or
Burnley.
Burnley?
It
Burnley.
was Burnley. Yes.
They got red card, and we eventually drew that match. We had what advantage? In fact, why am I using what even singular? We had multiple advantages to use against only, but honestly, it didn't work out. We just drilled. So if you look at last season, there were some matches that we were not supposed to even go play draw, and every point counts in English Premier League. Every point, every point. When you draw, it may be 2 points that you will need to qualify for Champions League. It may be 2 points. Unfortunately, Pochettino got it right towards the end of his tenure. He got it right. He now has his own pattern from the beginning of the last season till towards the end. I couldn't.
Doctor, he didn't get it, yo. He didn't
Ah,
get.
ah.
I will remind you
For
against
me,
Nottingham Forest, sir.
for me, why I said he
Against
got it.
Nottingham Forest, it was
Mm,
almost destabilized. Thank God for the brilliance of Caicedo. I can never forget that match. Caicedo, very one touch, just one touch. That is what we are talking about technicality. He saw James running, just
yeah.
give him, and James give. In fact, Jackson must not even lose. Yinka Efele will score that goal. It's the easiest. You just need to put your head like this and score. The easiest. Just use your head. So he lost that match, sir. He lost that match. I remember very well that he almost lost that match. But thank God for Sterling equalizer and Jackson winning goal.
Yeah, I feel we need to be fair to Pochettino. For me, that's just my view. For me, I didn't see him as a what as a correct coach from the beginning till towards that end. Why I have to give kudos to him towards the end of his tenure was that why did they convert Cucurella as what as
Inverted
invited player?
left back.
And it worked. It in fact it was the one that because don't forget that Cucurella also had problem. In fact, they attempted to sell Cucurella to Manchester United.
That January. Yes.
Yes,
That's
because he lost form. That was in fact that was the reason why I produced a song for Cucurella. At the time, as at the time I produced a song for Cucurella, many Chelsea fans even were what were throwing jabs at me. Cucurella, that Finnish guy, that blah 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 blah. You come, bro, doctor, come go produce music for him. But me, I was seeing beyond that moment because I could see when Cucurella plays, he plays with passion. He's so what? He's so he's so dynamic. Let me put it like that. And he can even kill himself because of ball. The way he runs, the way he uses that you could expect that kind of injury that such player will have. He goes for every ball. He goes for every ball with his head, with his legs. So I have seen that unique attribute in him. And when he had injury, it pained me because that was the time he was gaining momentum, even in the Chelsea fan base. But he just got injured. And when he came back, the first game, the second game, they weren't fantastic. So he was dropped. He was just dropped. He was on the bench. So, and Chelsea fans, you know them, they started talking. That was why I produced music for him. And Pochettino, I didn't know what came to Pochettino. I didn't know what came over him. He just converted him and added inviting role for Cucurella, and that was it. In fact, that singular conversion made Cucurella's name to be popular again. And I can bet you his performance towards that last part of last season was what made him to get call up letter from Spanish team coach. So for me, that's we have to give kudos to. Of course, it was towards the end of last season, so it's tantamount to futility. So Pochettino's effort is tantamount to futility for me, but we have to give credit to him towards the end. He didn't get it right from the beginning.
Doctor, there is another thing that I observed towards the end of last season that I kept telling people.
Okay.
That if you look at our FA semi-final, if you observed very well, before FA semi-final, we won 5-0 against Everton. And after the Everton match, Pochettino went ahead to change the formation. So we lost the FA semi-final. Then he now went ahead to bring a calamitous pairing of Badiashile and Disasi. He took them to 8. That is when we lost 5-0. The calamitous, I call it calamitous pairing. Now, this is what I'm saying. You see, Nicola Jackson got very tired at a point last season. But the coach kept on using him and he kept on missing goals. You know, Jackson is not really like he's missing goal, but the problem is that we are not playing a positional game, a positional play last season. It's like all of them are just running around. The only person that is technically positioned in that team was Cole Palmer. Because Cole Palmer knows whether you like it or not, go and bring gun. Cole Palmer will be calm to do whatever he wants to do. That calmness is helping him a lot. So now, talking about Nicola Jackson missing chances, he got very tired at a point that the coach is supposed to, at least, we have a guy on bench. Washington, can you please use this guy? Let this guy play 60 minutes. After 60 minutes, bring Jackson in. If Jackson sits on the bench for some minutes, he will get recuperated and get renewed. So, but he kept on using Jackson, and Jackson kept on missing goals. I remember very well. And the selfishness of our dear brother Sterling, they are so selfish. I remember there are some matches that you will just observe. I think it was Aston Villa, or I thought Aston Villa away. We later.
It was Wolves. He did one against Wolves. He has even.
Go on, sir. Go, sir.
He did one against Wolves. He did it again. You see this Sheffield United that he just needs to pass. He has already beat everybody with his dance mirror. But that is selfishness. As you have called it, he still played the ball.
These are the reasons we find ourselves in Bethlehem FC, because when you are in Conference League, you can meet anything. It can be Judas Iscariot FC. It can be anything. Anything. We don't know what we are playing. We just play. We pray that our prayer will be landing safely. Some club might not even have stadium. We don't know. We just know I don't like that Conference League. I will have just come back because I don't want a situation where, or when they are going to conference league, they should just be keeping players like Nkuku, Lavia, those fragile players. I think we need to keep Gallagher in this sense. Gallagher will just captain the conference league team. I think you should just go and captain our conference league team. So talking about the reason why we find ourselves in the conference league is a collaborative errors from different angles, being spearheaded by brother Pochettino. So I believe that if sir, you can see the reason why we have to be in top four this season. It shouldn't be experimental. We just have to be there. We have to be there because
Mm, yeah.
we can't keep pushing ourselves back.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Shegun. When you let us, I want us to all read what Chris David Franklin said, which also somewhat aligned to what I have said earlier on, with the exception of the injuries that we never talked about. And you could see when I was talking, I said we need to be fair to Pochettino. Yes, he didn't get it right from the beginning, but towards the end of the league, we have to actually give him. Look at what happened to Liverpool some season ago when they also had a lot of injured players. You could see that they had really difficult time, and unfortunately, we also experienced that kind of situation last season, but it was evident that Pochettino got some things wrong. Yeah, he had his own flaws. So let me just, we are reading it, but I want to read it for those of people who are not even reading the comment section, and they are not even they are unable to read the screen. Poach had his flaw. I'm reading what Chris David Franklin wrote in the comment section, and it's on the screen. Poach had his flaw, but you guys have to be fair to him. He played with technically a new team after the overhaul in the summer. Majority of the players had barely played consistently at top level. We had over 55 injuries during that season. Can you imagine playing with such injury crisis in your team when the players are also new? He also lost key players like Nkuku, James, Chiwa for majority of the season. So you are just mentioning the negative aspect, but why don't you talk about positive? Just before anyone uh, uh, had any comment to or maybe respond to what Chris has said. Chris, we are not being judgmental. Actually, everybody is just trying to come up with their own perspective based on their own experiences and based on how they have understood what happened, what went wrong last season. So we are just debating. So and in debate, you will see people against and you see people for. When I
But
was talking, I talk about the dark side of Pochettino. I also talk about what is good side. So, and for the mere fact that I try to come up with my own two sides does not mean that another speaker should come up with both with two sides. So everybody is just talking from their own perspective and from their own experience situation. I mean, with respect to last season matches. So I don't think we are judgmental. I don't think they are being unfair to Pochettino. Everybody is just looking at Pochettino tenure from different perspectives. And you could also come. You also have your own subjective experiences with respect to Pochettino's tenure last season. So that's just it. But you have your point. There's no way that a coach will have such kind of injuries that there's no way that a coach will have such kind of injuries that he will make it like that. No, even Benitez during his time in Liverpool also experienced such situation. As a Wenger experienced such situation. Jose Mourinho experienced such situation. Conte experienced such situation. But that's when you will know a good coach. In fact, in such kind of situation, that's when you know a good coach. You see what this former coach of Liverpool did when when
that's exactly what I want to say. When you are
you
saying
see
that, that's the time you know the best coach.
yes, you see what he
Yeah,
did against us when we played them.
in that
He
final,
used
I don't refer
he
to
used academic players. He used Liverpool
in
academic
final,
players in
final
the
match.
final in the final match against Chelsea. When we used the whole old squad, our own old squad, because Salah was injured. All of them, many key players were injured in the Liverpool team. It- and so you just need to. So the speakers here, the panelists here, they are not judgmental. They are just speaking from their own perspective, from what they have experienced about what the tenure of Pochettino. So that's my own response to Mr. Chris David Franklin.
In addition
That
to you, my doctor, in addition
okay,
to so
yeah,
we are not actually judgmental, as you said. We are the fact is very simple, and the fact is that these people they are being employed to work. So when you are going to the war, you have to be well prepared. Just like Mr. Adeyemi said that I don't know. I was hearing from far that somebody said Liverpool they use their academic players. So
I
Yes,
talk
yes,
about
yes.
it. I talk
eh,
about it.
yeah, so when like if you look at it very well, Liverpool finished third, and most of their players were injured. Most of their players were injured throughout the season. So yet, Pep Guardiola and the key player in Man City, Kevin De Bruyne, started playing in March. And that is basically their key player. So there are some other teams also with their injuries, and the injury in Chelsea, we have a lot of players. We have leave that keyboard. We have a lot of players. So thank you, sir.
Yeah, I can hear keyboard. My champion is playing with keyboard. So that's just the reality. It is you know a good coach when they are confronted with uh unexpected problem, unexpected difficulties. That's when their pedigree is going to be put into test. So how will you manage a squad with a number of injured players? So imagine your key players are injured. How will you manage the situation? That's when we know a good coach that can salvage a situation that is difficult to salvage. So, and I give it to the former coach of Liverpool, and it has happened. It is not the first time that will happen. It had happened to Arsene Wenger also as well. If you recall, in those years, Arsene Wenger will just also go to their own academy and bring. There were some even players that Arsene Wenger discovered in those situations. So in those situations, you discover some player. Do you know how even Reece James, they discovered Reece James? It was during the problem. I've forgotten the player that was injured that particular time, and I forgot that coach at that time. Just what? Okay, Reece James was there. Don't forget that in 2018, even he went to Wigan for the loan. Reece James,
Yes,
they
yes,
loaned him to
yes,
Wigan. So
yes.
to go, so some drastic some in some difficult situations in some difficult situation you will know who your coach is who's who your coach is and what are the things he could offer for the team. So when we lost I think the first match of Ancelotti uh during the preseason time like this, Ancelotti lost some matches and
Almost three.
people
Almost
were
three of
talking.
our players.
They were they were they were talk lashing Ancelotti. I said, leave this guy. This is just at that particular time. I think I was in Europe, so I was telling.
Let me get that one right. When Ancelotti came, right?
Yeah. So,
Doctor, I'm sorry, oh. Let me close the door. These guys. When Ancelotti came, he didn't lose you.
he lost some
He
pre-season. I'm
lost
talking about
preseason
No,
match,
pre-season.
preseason.
no, sir. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, in preseason,
Yeah.
we won our matches. We drew the first match. I'm serious. We drew the first match. Yes, we drew the first match. We won 3. We won the remaining 3. We play AC Milan. We won AC Milan 1. We play Inter Milan. We won Inter Milan. We play. There is a team. I think we play Reading. Is it Reading? We play 1-1. You can check preseason 2009.
Yep.
Preseason 2009 in America. I was not. I think 2009 preseason Chelsea. We won, no, and we beat Man U in Community Shield.
I told you that he lost. He lost. He lost against Aston Villa.
In preseason, sir.
Okay. This is 17. This is 17-10-09. 17-10-09. Chelsea were beaten by
That is the league, sir. You said preseason.
pre-season. It's Wikipedia. I don't believe them. I don't believe Wikipedia. I'm finding it too.
The first match is City Thunder. We win 2-0. Then we play Inter and we won them. It's only Reading that we drew. Then we went to play Man U in Community Shield and beat them. Then we started winning. It was Wigan that we draw. We lost Wigan in week 9. Ancelotti started winning straight away. It was the second season that we had problems.
It's pretty hard to get it because it's been a long time. So a lot of Real Madrid stuff have overshadowed Ancelotti's tenure on the net. But I can find it actually. I will find it. I will research it. But I could recall he lost some matches. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think we have discussed this, and people have people. I recall maybe last year we discussed this, but I've not seen it, but I'm going to work on it. I'm listening to you, Mr. Shagun. Oh,
I
he has
think
gone
it's
again. He has gone again.
I'm here. Just give me a few minutes of back, sir.
Okay. I recall that we lost a few matches. Okay. Someone in the comment section is saying that Mr. Wilson should position his head. Look into the camera.
Okay.
Look at it. So that you will not think that I was the one that said it.
No. I believe.
Said that guy with shiny head. Tell that guy with shiny head to position. A lot of people.
Okay.
Yes, a
No,
lot of people. You will not know. You may not know. A lot of people are in the comment section and they are commenting. I'm just
Yes.
picking some critical comments. I'm just screening only the critical comment. People are commenting.
I know.
They are commenting about Mr. Shagun. They are commenting about Mr. Adeyemi. They are
What did
commenting.
they say I do?
Okay, let me give you one example.
Okay.
This is not everything I'm showing. So you see this.
Shegun, you're very right with this your analysis. Okay, because I see the guys in winger. Okay.
Can you see? So
as regards Carlo Ancelotti,
yeah.
So Ancelotti just enjoyed somebody else's foot of labor. I mean, how do you call it? Because there was guys that finished the previous season, and Scolari started the previous season. He couldn't finish. Scolari is one of the most terrible coaches that we had then. Yes, he was very terrible. It was a mistaken recruitment. I'm sorry, I'm choosing my word, but it was actually terrible. Some people will say. So, and we had some technically settled players in Chelsea. in 2009, 2010. Because 2009, 2010 was our best season ever. If you type it on Google now, which season is Chelsea best season? We really beat people that year. We beat 7-0, 6-0. We scored 103 goals. And it was so easy because we have some technically settled players in our team. So Ancelotti did not tamper with the team that he
Thank
inherited.
you, Kenny Kofie. Thank you. I didn't mention your name. Sorry, Mr. Shegun. Continue.
Okay, so Ancelotti did not really tamper with the team, the inherited team. So in the following season, after league and FA, he now started tampering with the league. Do you know the first thing he did? He bought Ramirez and he bench Mikel for Ramirez. He asked Ramirez to be doing a defensive midfield job. That is the beginning of the end of Ancelotti. Then we now started struggling. We really struggled in that year that we ended trophylessly. And the Oga Russia by himself just fly down. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Carlo. Thank you very much for what you have done. You have to leave. Then
It doesn't waste time.
we got Villas-Boas. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, just to buttress what Mr. Shegun said about Scolari. Someone said here, Tijani Aremo, Scolaris came to jeopardize us his great Brazilian record. That's what he just to corroborate what you said about Scolari be a collateral error the hammer of Chelsea. Uh, someone said wrote this. Personally, I would love Gallagher to continue his football career with us for a very long time. But if the club can't find solution, I would expect the decision of the club of Chelsea. Just like I said, uh, you are not bigger than the club. Yeah. Soldier goes, soldier comes. Parag know the what? Know the so if just to come back to the main theme for this program, um, I said soldier goes, soldier come. Parag no they go.
Is
So
is you see that Pochettino
no,
as they are
I'm talking about Kalaga. That's why I said
okay,
soldier come.
okay, okay,
Parag no the
okay.
thing. So Chelsea will remain the same.
That
But
is it.
Chelsea will remain the same. But a lot of players have passed through Chelsea. They have done their own what? Their own
Yes,
work and what they have gone.
they know.
So Kalaga also should know that okay, we appreciate his own what his own contribution. But when the club says that okay, this, you've got to go, you just need to respect. And that makes him a real professional. He is, he is, I presume. Because if you the impression he has created in Chelsea fan base now is that he's not it, he's not as disciplined as we have known him to be. Uh, when you are rejecting offers, this was not in the public before, but you could see that because the issue is becoming messier. That's why Chelsea also is now releasing a lot of information out there. Okay, this news was behind the scene before. We'll be what putting it out. We never knew that he rejected three of us before. We never knew. It was not in the public domain. But now, in the last few days, Chelsea has been revealing a lot of things about Kalaga, and I think Kalaga should sit himself down with his agent and think very well for his future. He's just 24. He's just 24 years old. So he still have. Please don't misquote me. I am not condemning Kalaga. I'm not condemning Kalaga, but Kalaga needs to be responsive to the club management decision. That's just it. I don't know whether you have anything to say, Mr. Wilson, before we dive into the last topic for today.
See, and I want to talk about that Pochettino.
Okay.
You know, since they are talking about him, I don't want to choke him out because that man make me cry. In fact, when they sack that man, I give out. I do kind of celebration because that man he really temper with my emotions. Because for me, he doesn't have tactics. I don't know what he plays. I don't know the name of his tactics. I don't know whether he has first 11 since he came in until he left. Because I don't know who is his favorite player apart from maybe Kopama. So for me, sacking that man for me, it was a very nice decision. Even though he turned things around towards ending of the season, but I think he done the damages more than what he did at towards ending of the season. Because if no be Pochettino, Chelsea for finish in top four, at least number 5. Because and Tottenham, I think they are ahead of Chelsea with just 3 points. Aston Villa, I think it was 9.2, 6.2, something like that. And that was because we drew against Sheffield United and Nottingham Forest. Or I think Nottingham Forest beat Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken. Those are the those were the 2 games that make Chelsea miss out that top 4. Nottingham Forest second leg and Sheffield United second leg, 2-2 draw.
Nottingham Forest first leg. We beat Nottingham Forest second leg.
Sorry, can I, Mr. Can I say something with respect?
Yes.
You see, the importance of starting underrated during project. Our first 5 matches, we were experimenting. If you remember very well, I believe first match we played Liverpool. The day we play Liverpool and we play 1-1, I think. And Pochettino was celebrating that 1-1. I know we were in trouble. He was celebrating. He was so happy that day. He quickly went to all club. I know something is coming. The second match, I think the second match was if it is
West Ham.
No, is it West Ham away? Away
yes.
West. Yes.
They beat us 3-0.
They beat us 3-1. They got red card and they beat us. They got red card. They beat us. So we play like 5 matches like that. We are just galloping up and down. Our
Mr. Demola, check your mic. Check your mic. It's making noise. Yeah, good.
Our first winning was against Luton at home. So what I'm trying to say in essence is that if you want to finish a good standing, you have to get a very good fundamental result, as in foundation result. Your result at the beginning is very, very good. It must not be an experimenting result. Like you are just playing, you are getting, like now, if you look at our first 5 matches in this season now, we are playing Man City, and after Man City, it's Crystal Palace. After Crystal Palace, one other team. So at least we need to get some result at the beginning. So if we are playing first 5 matches and we are having 3 points or 2 points, then we are in trouble. We are in big trouble. And doctor, there is something I want to tell you. I don't know if you are aware. Do you know that most of our matches now, most of our preseason matches, says Chelsea is selling it to us. I've been paying $8 to watch those matches. There is no free.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Arsenal go to their Arsenal TV. They watch. Now I'm unable to get Chelsea TV anymore. That is to tell you that we are going down financially. Sir, the season ticket for Chelsea now, people are not really buying it. People are not, because we are not in Champions League, we are not in anywhere, we are going down. So I don't want to emphasize, or I don't know what I can say about the importance of starting this season very, very impeccably. We must not get it wrong. So the Gallagher issue, fans, let us don't be distracted with Gallagher transaction and sales. Let's forget about Gallagher. Don't let us be distracted. If some people say it should not be sold, that's their opinion. If some people say it should be sold, I believe at the end of the day, the club will make the final decision. But the handwriting is very clear. The message is very clear that Gallagher is not wanted in that team. and there is nowhere he will play because this coach is coming with different dimensional play. It's not the same thing we played last season. It's not going to be. It's not. I'm very sure that this season we are not going to see Jackson running around and be losing goal. I don't want to see that boy doing that rubbish for us again because he caused a lot of heartbreak for people last season. So
Yeah.
many times he missed goal, and it's not his fault. He's missing goal because sometimes he comes to the midfield to do some works that is not his. He do some work that is not his. Go to the left side, go to the right side. It's going in. So all of them, even including Gallagher. Gallagher sometimes go to back, cause some foul. Sometimes there is difference between winning tackle and winning. Is it causing tackle and winning foul? You know, some players you will be fouling them. It's you that will be fouling them at the end of the day, and you will
Yeah.
win foul. And some players they be fouling people around. That is what I see in Gallagher. Gallagher will be fine. And once our fans, when they see Gallagher everywhere, they say, ah, that's very hardworking. Oh, that guy is hardworking. Now, let me ask you a question, Doctor. Doctor, I can't find your find the
I'm
picture.
here. I'm here. I'm here.
I want to ask Doctor a question, and I want to ask everybody that is commenting and all the panelists a question. A very sincere. Hello, sir. Hello.
We are hearing you.
He's here. We are hearing you.
Can somebody just tell me the reason why Gallagher is being benched by Kobe Mino? Kobe Mino is 19 years old in national team. Can somebody just, they use him first match. They use him in second match against Denmark. After 45 minutes, they remove him. They remove him, and that's to tell you that they made to start him. Why is Gallagher being benched in national team by Kobe Mino? Can somebody give me a tactical reason why is he being benched?
Well, I would say why he was being benched. To me, that their national team, I don't think that the coach on his own. He really, because to me, Mino benching Gallagher is not even the point. But to answer your question, he was trying to bench Gallagher because he see Mino that is more tactical and flexible than Gallagher. To me, that's what I see. But Mino even being in that team is not justifiable. Because to me, if I want to set up that team should be when he was playing that two OD midfielder, it should be Declan Rice and Billingham. Billingham playing that thing is wastage of position. They have player that can play that attacking midfielder role than Billingham. It's just forcing Billingham to play that number 10. Normally, Billingham should play number 8. He should clear down, he should play down 6 and 8 with Declan Rice and Billingham. Mino, you will see when Mino lose ball, Mino they don't referee used to run past Mino to catch up ball. Mino don't win duels. He only play tactical ball. I know he has that tactical display as midfielder. But the one reason I know that Southgate used to bench him maybe for Gallagher is for
And
his tactical
I
ability.
agree with you. I agree with you. So that to tell us that Gallagher was finding it very difficult to meet up in that team, in national
Yes,
team. I'm not,
yes, yes.
honestly speaking, I'm not saying Gallagher is not good, but let's be very honest to ourselves. If we really want to be in top four this next season, there's some harsh decision that have to be done, and one of it is selling Gallagher. So we
I
can't
think we
keep.
have moved past Gallagher, my brother. We have accepted. Let Gallagher go. And if he not go, let him remain in the reserve team. He will not cause
Simple. God
catastrophe in
bless you.
our team.
That's the doctor.
Mhm.
Welcome.
Yeah.
You know, if Gallagher stay, definitely he is going to stay in the reserving team because if he stay with the first team, he must influence other guys, which is not accepted. So for me, it's not easy. The best option is to even let him go because if Gallagher stay on 100%, he has friend in that first team who may not like it the way they are threatening him. So for me, I think the best option is for him to go because if he stay, he must at least one or two players he will influence them because of okay, he is my friend and I don't like the way they are treating my friend. I don't like the way they treat my friend. So that kind of emotional talk. Some people love him because he is hardworking. But for me, hard working is not enough. Hard working is not enough. You can be a hard working guy, but that hard working you have to still use your experience too. And for me, Gallagher, he is not creative enough. We need somebody who can create chances. Can you say he can defend? Yes, maybe he can defend, but still not enough because our problem last season, for me, our problem last season, it was not just about goal scoring because we score many goals. Kopama scored 22 goals. Jackson scored at least 15 or 14 goals, if I'm not mistaken. If you have if you have a player in your team that can give you 20 plus goal and another person 15 plus goal, you are into something. You can compete for some. If not title, you can compete for at least top four. And we had player who can score us those goals last season. But our defense, they were conceding a lot. We conceded more than 60 goals last season, which is not good, which is not accepted in Chelsea standard. So for me, we have to look in that defensive midfield and our defense general because if you say goal scoring, Jackson, if you have players score you 15 goals for his first season in Premier League, this is Premier League, not Saudi League, not French League. This is Premier League. And Jackson, he just came in. And he's young. He has full potential to give us what we need from him. So for me, for his first season scoring 15 goal, non-penalty goals, I think I can rate him maybe 60% or 70% of out of 100 because none of his goals were taken from penalty. You understand? And Palmer scored you 22 goals. How many goals Sterling and Madueke scored? I think it was 7 from Sterling and 7 from Madueke. So apart from Manchester City attacking duo, no that team in Premier League outscored Palmer, Jackson, and Sterling or Madueke. These three guys. So for me, we have to look in that defense. And the problem we have in that defense, not just defending, but set piece. That is our weakening point in that area. That's it. We don't know how to defend corner or free kick. And those were the areas we were conceding goals every match. In every match. Either we concede from the corner or we concede from the free kick. Our coach need to work in that is why I think that is one of the reasons why they bought this guy, this tall guy from this new guy now from Basel, this Vega. Yes, because he's good. That Darabio and Vega, they are good in set pieces. I think that is one of the reasons.
And the board also, they try to sign one set piece specially. I think Cueva from Brentford. I think they signed specially in that area as well.
In fact, he needed to leave his work at Brentford, and Chelsea eventually paid Brentford. They paid them out so that the guy will come.
Trying to get things right, honestly.
Yeah. So for me to respond to the question by Mr. Shegun, while I was fixing the battery of the camera, hey, Mr. Kenny Cueve, I didn't leave to go and do quick you.
Very funny.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I left to change the battery of the camera. So when you see something like that, of course, Mr. Adeyemi has happened.
What time are you now, sir? In Australia?
7:41 a.m. Western Australian time. Saturday. Wow. Yeah, it's you see, Ilatimombi. It's morning here. I wish I can show you.
Here in Nigeria now we are 12:41 in Nigeria.
Honestly, that's why I want to give kudos to both of you, Mr. Adeyemi and Mr. Wilson. If not for the love, for the passion that you guys have for Chelsea, you wouldn't have even waited till this time.
Yeah.
But I really appreciate that. Yeah. Just to respond to what Mr. Shegun said about Southgate favoring money, Minor as against Gallagher. I want to tell you that's how good. He was just what? He was just
Somebody that
watching
use that even use Arnold, that use
somebody.
Arnold in midfield. That one no
Imagine a
best.
imagine a coach who eventually dropped Calvin Phillips. He was the one that dropped Calvin Phillips, too. And he was now saying when the England was playing, we were playing rubbish game. He was now
I
saying
hate
because that
I hate
he
that
doesn't
statement.
that he
Then
doesn't
that
what he
statement
doesn't have Calvin Phillips in his team. Imagine
that
with the kind
that
of what
statement
with the
that
kind
statement.
that statement
If
already
if
what
if if
shows that
not if not
he
that
doesn't
those
know
if
what to
not that if not that those guys are already determined they want to play that hero,
Of course
they can
now
put the team into desire.
Southgate is a gambler. He was just gambling. That's it. Of course, I'm not debunking the claim that Manu is very, very good, and he had his time when he was subbed. He had his time, and he was able to show the world, the stuff is God. So I am very happy for him because in the mind of the English people now, he has gotten some fans because
Yes,
they
yes,
were
yes.
after the tournament people kept talking about him. People kept talking about him. So he deliver. He deliver. Unfortunately for Gallagher, and unfortunately, if you look at if you know my style, if you know my style, I don't condemn our players outrightly. I try to balance it. I'm a father, so when you have 6 children, and we know the wicked ones among them. We
Sure.
know the trouble the troublesome guys among them. But you need to what love them equally, even though you have your own what you have your
See,
own you need
that
to
that Southgate, for me, I think he's very, very sentimental.
sentimental.
Because
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
because if going into that tournament, okay, you know that Ben Chilwell is that kind of injury prone, but I think towards ending of the season, Chilwell was fully fit for him to take him into the tournament. I think they took him for the first 43-man squad before they eventually selected the remaining 23 that they will take to the tournament. So for me,
yeah.
for you to take Ben Chilwell, who was fully fit at that time, and for you to take this Luke Shaw, who was from the hospital bed, they took Luke Shaw from the hospital bed. He recovered from that tournament. And I think he played like 2 or 3 games from that semi-final or quarter-final to the
Yeah.
final. He
Dr.
was
Frank,
not fit.
we finish
Eh,
in
eh,
transfer.
Yes, he
We
was
are
not fit, but
finishing in 60 minutes time.
Okay.
That would
That's
be my
8 o'clock.
own
8
8 o'clock.
o'clock.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
so for me, if you look at Southgate, his selection for me sometimes is a bit sentimental. You cannot tell me you have Kobe Mino and Conor Gallagher, and you opted to go for a
And
right back. Are not. If for me, it's not done that way. I think it doesn't work for him for the first 3 games. Then
He, he,
eventually he started benching Arnold for Kopama and Conor Gallagher.
he's
And
a gambler.
if you say this thing, sometimes Arsenal fans will be telling you you are talking sentiment. But for me, in that tournament, I'm not saying Kopama is better than Saka or Kopama is better than Phil Foden. But in that tournament, on 100%, 100% for me, he was a game changer for them. Cole Palmer was a game changer, but I don't know why he keep on playing Saka and Foden. Foden did not contribute anything. That okay, Saka did a lot. Saka tried, but for me, Foden was the one that's supposed to be sacrificed for Kopama because
Yeah,
he was not doing anything. He was not
yeah,
doing anything in that tournament at all. No assist, no goal from player of the season, Premier League player of the season. You could not
yeah,
score one goal. You could not assist, and Palmer
yeah.
was doing everything. And even Harry Kane, for me, I was expecting Harry Kane to be dropped for Ole
He, he,
Watkins.
he didn't have a nice game throughout the, that
Yeah,
tournament.
so But because of saying Hurricane, Saka, everybody, I was happy say they lost too, because me I'm not England fan. I don't like them, especially what they did to Roman Abramovich. That was when I started disliking
Yeah.
England. I don't
Ah,
like them.
take it easy
I,
now.
oh, sorry, bro, sorry.
I'm a British.
So thank you,
I
Mr.
understand.
Wilson. Thank you. Thank you,
But I like the
Mr.
fact that
Wilson.
No,
I'm
it's
going
only
to
England that I
we will
dislike,
discuss.
not people
We will
living in
discuss.
England.
Yeah, I want us to discuss the video before we go. We only
Mm,
have 30 minutes more. So please watch this
okay.
Okay.
video, and I want you to. I have posted it on. I posted the picture on my page earlier, and I was just because I was just being. I was funny about the picture was funny, but it's not so funny to me because we just need the person needs to be cautious. See, yeah. So what
because
so what can you say about this video? About this image? When I saw it, honestly, I was afraid. I was afraid. Why? I said maybe Manchester has
don't be
what?
afraid, doctor.
Uh, maybe Manchester has what? Has given a dirty job to this lady to confuse, to distract our man, our star man. So, and I wrote in the post. I said, Obama, take it easy. Take it easy. And please, we still need your strength. We still need your skills. Don't lose guard. And a lot of people
See,
were just. I know that they used to say all works are no play. Makes Jacks a
A,
what? A
a
dull boy.
dull boy.
A dull boy. So I'm not saying that he should not enjoy himself, but mm, he should not lose his mentality because this British girl they could do anything. They could do anything, and Kopama should not lose guard. I don't know what you have to say to the image before we go.
for me, let me see. Just like you say, I'm not worried because he's Kopama. I think he know how to navigate in every game, but he has to be taking it easy, just like you said. And because he's young, don't carry woman to be your number one. You have to focus. You have to focus 100% on what
My
you are doing.
so young though. British at 21, they have children already.
I know. But
No.
let him be taking it easy because we need him more. We need him on the pitch more. Say that thing self. I know one mention and that thing self. They say people waste a and they say they give injury. They make person get injury.
For me, I don't want him to lose guard. That's just my own. I know Yoruba used to say "yiyo let's your doman yo," and what that means in English is that young people they are just vulnerable to a lot of risk out
and
there. Uh,
and
and
to add
yeah,
something on it, sorry. To add something on it, you see this Barcelona guy, this what is his name?
uh,
This Lamine Yamal.
and, and,
You
okay, Yama.
see, at that age, he started having problem with his girlfriend. The girlfriend he took to that final, they are now kind of having misunderstanding.
No, they
So
have
that
separated.
is
They have separated.
that is when sometimes if you take all those things, sometimes they might make you go into some emotional stuff. You
Yeah,
understand? That thing might affect that guy on the pitch. So for me, uh, having girlfriend is allowed, but you don't let it overrule you. Don't
yeah,
let it stuck into your brain. Maybe you have to do it wisely.
yeah. Mr. Adeyemi, do you have anything to say before we go
Yeah,
about that?
I don't. As regards that picture, yeah, I read the caption you put when you post the picture the earlier the other time. I read it and I was just smiling like I shall hope that farmer will see this thing and work on it as you have said, because it's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
fatherly advice and a
yeah, yeah,
fatherly
yeah,
counsel that you told
yeah,
him
yeah,
there that you should
yeah,
take it. I
yeah,
know, I know British. They quickly get married. They don't they quickly as 23 or 24, Foden already have like 3 kids. So I could imagine when he started having kids. So I think it's their lifestyle there. So it's
yeah.
allowed. He should just remain focused that he needs to use more of the energy for us to in Chelsea, because it is Chelsea that is giving the name and the popularity he's having now. It is
Yes,
not
yes.
it's not
Manchester
all
City.
this, yeah, it's not this life after outside football. Because if
Yeah,
not Chelsea that give him that platform, who knows Cole before? It is we that give him that platform to shine. That
yeah.
is now ice cold Palmer everywhere now. Ice cold Palmer. So it should remain ice. It should not remain hot. Ice. We want it ice as a midfielder. That's all I would
Mr.
say about that.
Mr. Shagun, before we go, anything on this?
Okay, on this, I have just one thing to say that it doesn't mean anything. It's not going to affect.
Champion, 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 champion. Regard.
It's not going to affect him. It's not going. There are some of them that do things that are worse than this. There are some
Okay,
that do things that are worse than this. Yeah, so don't worry. Palmer will be fit for the next season. And the second
okay.
thing I want to say is that I'm very happy today that I am in this forum, that you allow
Uh,
me to converse with you as regard the our club. So
yeah.
next time, what time are you going to have similar forum, sir?
Sometimes there's no specific time, but because of the time zone, I normally put a particular post about the
I,
time I
I,
will
I,
come on.
I like Friday because I just
Friday.
came back from
Okay.
work. It's very good.
Friday. What is your time on Friday? That will be
I'm just 6 minutes to 8 p.m. now.
okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
we can
Okay.
start the 9 p.m. you started, which is okay.
Okay.
9
All right.
p.m. 9
9,
p.m.
9
Yeah.
p.m. Yeah, 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 yeah. So on this note, I want to thank Mr. Wilson, the proper Charles. I want to thank Ademola Adeyemi. I want to thank Mr. Shegun. I want to thank those people who have, Mr. Samani, who also participated but needed to leave for work. I want to thank all of you for those beautiful, robust contribution that you guys have brought in during the course of this live broadcast. I want to thank you, especially all of you. And this is a signal. It's a strong signal to other fans or other club fans. I don't think maybe other club fans have this kind of platform for them to really talk about what they are really experiencing, or what we need to, their club needs to do better, or what their players need to do better, or what are their opinions concerning the decision being made, sales, buying of players. But even me, I gain from the discussion. It's not, you could see that I'm not coming to lord my own opinion on you guys, and also
No.
I know you guys are not coming up to lord your opinions on me or on other commenters in the comment section. We are just trying to debate the issue pertaining to our precious club, Chelsea. Chelsea has united a lot of people across different lines, across different ethnic lines, across different career lines. And this is the beauty of football. This is the beauty of football. This is the beauty of being Chelsea fans. And I love it. And I love it. Honestly, it's like a therapy for me now. This forum now has become a therapy for me. Mr.
Wow.
Shegun coming today, coming from another perspective. And Mr. Wilson has been so outstanding too, including Mr. Diyemi and Samani. And also, I remember Mr. Bumi Daramola. So I want to thank you especially for making today's live broadcast to be inviting. You could see the comments that are being uh, being read out from the comment section. You could see All of them are following us. See, 12 people at this all time for Nigerians. They are still online. So that is to tell you that our discussions are not just vague discussions. They are what? They are spot on, and they are spot on from the perspective of professional who understand football. And I love our analysis, and I give kudos to everyone. I give kudos, but I didn't even say much. Do I even talk more? I don't say much. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And on this note, I will just be before we go. We still have 3 minutes. I'll play this song. It's one of the songs I did when we were having trouble last season. So yeah.
We got the power to win, power to rule. Come on, Chelsea. Forever we shall stand, united we stand, divided we fall, no matter the situation. We will never stop, 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 till we are top, 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 top. We will never stop, 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 till we are top, 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 top. Relegation is now a portion. Blue is the color of football, is the game. Winning is high. Is high. Relegation is now a portion. Blue is the color of football, is the game. Winning is high. Is high. No matter what we defend, Chelsea is the name. We are the pride of London. No matter how we dey suffer, you know me say I go stop being blue. We got the power to win, power to rule. Come on, Chelsea. Forever we shall stand, united we stand, divided we fall, no matter the situation. We will never stop, 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 till we are top, 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 top. We will never stop, 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 till we are top, 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 top.
So we will never stop. Oh,
In Jesus' name.
Mr. Shagri is dancing. Sorry. We will never stop until we are top.
Yes,
That's
We
so
will
all.
never stop until we are top. So thank
That
you
is
so
the
much.
see
I
you
want to
next time,
thank.
sir. Bye bye.
All right, all right. I want to thank the commenters as well. I think I missed them when I was thanking. I want to thank the commenters. Tijani Aremu, who till this time. Tijani Aremu, Chomba Chanda from Zambia. Amadi Kenechuku, Kenny Kofi. Is it Kofi or Kofi? Thank everyone. I cannot mention all your names. So I thank you. So on this note, I will say good night, everyone. Good night. Good
good
night.
night.
Good night.
We got the power to win, power to rule. Come on, Chelsea. Forever we shall stand, united we stand, divided we fall, no matter the situation. We will never stop, 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 till we are top, 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 top. We will never stop, 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 till we are top, 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 top. Relegation is now a portion. Blue is the color of football, is the game. Winning is high. Is high. Relegation is now a portion. Blue is the color of football, is the game. Winning is high. Is high. No matter what we defend, Chelsea is the name. We are the pride of London. No matter how we dey suffer, you know me say I go stop being blue. We got the power to win, power to rule. Come on, Chelsea. Forever we shall stand, united we stand, divided we fall, no matter the situation. We We will never stop, 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 stop. Till we are top, 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 top. We will never stop, 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 stop. Till we are top, 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 top.